Understanding K-12 performance data is important to student success for a variety of reasons. Teachers adapting their instruction to address student skill levels, students taking steps to change their grades earned in their classes, parents securing supports for their students, district leaders ensuring their students are on track for post-secondary success. But in today's age, with multiple sources of information, some more trustworthy or accessible than others, how can a district achieve clarity about student learning to inform the multiple audiences who are invested in it? Respected K-12 education leaders in California recently met in Napa, California, to explore what it takes to build a system-wide culture of data use for improvement. My name is Marina Castro, and today I am sharing highlights from the 56th meeting of the California Collaborative on District Reform. We began by grounding ourselves in the Napa Valley USD's context. District leaders noted that people often hear Napa Valley and assume the district is surrounded by wealth, but NVUSD primarily educates the community's working class families. Nearly 70% of the district's students qualify as high need under California's funding formula. District leaders began by sharing with us how they came to see student data as an anchor for their work. After Superintendent Rossana Musetti began her tenure, significant challenges with governance and finance forced the district to make some difficult, data-informed decisions to help the district stabilize. Since then, a strong foundation has enabled NVUSD to shift its attention from operations management and survival to improving teaching and learning. The meeting then explored how that shift is showing up in practice. In conversations with NVUSD principals and teachers, collaborative members grappled with several tensions associated with expanded data use. Educators' regular engagement with data can facilitate stronger progress monitoring, system coherence, and a shared ownership of student learning. But several conditions need to be in place to enable educators to meaningfully understand and use data in their day-to-day practice. Teachers and principals may need training in analyzing students' outcomes and translating what they see in instruction and leadership. District leaders also need to acknowledge that asking teachers to share their students' performance data with their colleagues can put them in incredibly vulnerable positions. Schools and districts must prioritize and cultivate cultures where data is a tool for continuous improvement, not punitive measures. The teachers and principals who joined us also articulated how valuable peer-to-peer learning has been as they begin using data more frequently. But above all else, educators must have dedicated time to collect and interpret evidence of student learning. Building a culture of data use, though, extends beyond educators. The broader district community relies on and demands accountability from educators to support students in meeting performance expectations. NVUSD school board members joined us for a conversation about where families turn to when they have questions about the district and how a governing body can bring their constituents along in building a community-wide, data-informed understanding and decision-making process. Trustees play a vital role in helping families understand how their individual needs fit within a larger district priority context, and the balance between families' urgency in getting issues resolved and the time it takes a system to adopt and implement policies in ways that create felt differences for students. Collaborative members also used NVUSD's new data dashboard to unpack how districts can effectively share their progress and support their leaders in navigating the intended and unintended consequences of publicly shared information. To read the full meeting summary and learn more about the collaborative, please visit cacollaborative.org.